we fight for the men and women on to our left and to our right.
Not to go off on a tangent on it, but right now, just saying what you're saying, you have a vice president candidate of the United States running for office right now, and all of his soldiers that was with him, that served under him while he was their sergeant major, or not their sergeant major, acting sergeant major.
Yes.
Made the opposite decision.
He chickened out.
He chickened out and chose not to go.
He's a coward.
Left them behind.
Absolutely. And so here's a person that's a coward, and a person that is also and I was in Congress with him. And this guy was going around. I mean, his challenge coin still has the rank of command sergeant major on it.
Which he never achieved, yeah.
Yeah, he was acting. And so I want you to think about it. I mean, you and I understand this. You're the senior enlisted advisor of a battalion. That battalion gets the orders to deploy to Iraq. And what do? You chicken out. You say, see you guys, you go over there. And I think that unit ended up doing like an 18-month deployment.
And they had to rush and find someone to replace him.
Had to rush and find another sergeant major.
That didn't know the command, didn't know the unit.
Absolutely. And the thing is that he took someone's slot, number one, for Sergeant Major's Academy, which he didn't complete, and that slot to be that senior advisor. And now this person who lied about his service, and to the day still continues to, I carry weapons of war. He never deployed into a combat zone. He was never in Iraq, never in Afghanistan. I mean, you and I, spent time chewing that dirt over in Afghanistan. And you want to be second in command, commander-in-chief of our nation? You want us to believe that you're going to send our sons and daughters into a combat zone to face an enemy when you didn't want to do it yourself. So that tells me a lot about him, but it also tells me a lot about the person that selected him as a vice presidential nominee. Because if that has no meaning, and this is something you can easily vet, don't tell me that this is, like Gomer Pyle, surprise, surprise, surprise. No.
No. I mean, if you're interviewing him for any job.
Any job.
Yeah.
It's on a DD-214.
Yeah.
Your military history is there. So, no, they should not be in a position where they can send our young men and young women into battle.
Yeah. When I hear a story about, like you said, Sergeant Delgado goes home after being shot, gets to see his brand new baby boy, and then turns around and goes back to combat. That's the example of a U.S. service member, not what Tim Walz did.
And the excuse that he gives that I stepped down so I can run for Congress. If you're in the reserve component, you can do both.
Sure, people do all the time.
Yeah, people do it all the time. There are people that Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, she was still in her reserve unit, National Guard unit, as a sitting member of Congress, ran for president as a member of a reserve unit. So it's just a bunch of lies after lies after lies.
Of course, he didn't want to deploy.
Didn't want to deploy. Yeah. He's